Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
You won and I died.
I feel a little yeah. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
How's it hanging, Phil?
What's the prime time, bitch?
Come and get it!
So either put the gun down now or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge, and let's talk horror. So, as we all know, today is more of like a Ask Me Anything horror hangout that is dedicated to the memory of Raymond Mallaber. Ray was one of those guys that every time you saw him in the chat, you were excited. You knew that he was going to be super cool. He was going to be full of energy. He was definitely going to keep the chat going for you. And he's somebody we're really going to miss. So let's introduce everybody. We have Davey Deathray. Davey, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I mean, it's been, somber for sure since hearing the news on, I believe it was Thursday afternoon. Just my channel is relatively new, and Raymond was, I don't know, maybe by the time I was at just like 300 subs or so, he was jumping into the lives and, sharing his personality and welcoming new people. And, just one of the early like foundational members of the community over on the Davey Death Ray channel. So, ever since he was experiencing the more, serious health issues and everything, we've just been thinking about him and praying for him and his family. And, I can only imagine how they feel right now, but very, of course, the horror community here is really sad, and we're going to miss him. And everyone's been saying the same awesome things about Raymond. So it's really cool to hear that. And I'm just happy that we can do something to show him and show his family how much love we have for him.
Thank you for your kind words, man. We also have Frank from Frank's Media and Reviews. How you doing tonight, brother?
Doing pretty good, buddy. And nice meeting Brad and Bretman. So
yes, sir.
Nice to meet you. And
nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, I wish we were meeting in a better, circumstance. But yeah, I think it's awesome that everyone's here, that we're kind of combining live streaming to talk about a wonderful viewer and a wonderful person, Raymond. Man, Raymond's so damn funny. So I first met him on Davey's channel, and he was just so welcoming and just very supportive. I know on my channel, because again, I just literally today's my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. And
congratulations!
Thanks.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
And I just remember him just being very supportive to me like right away, which again is very nice as a new YouTuber. But yeah, so he's pretty dang funny too. So anyway.
And then we have Brad and Bretman of Good Real Hunting. How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Just busy editing my butt off.
That he is. Yep, that he is. But yeah, we're just grateful to be here tonight to just kind of honor the legacy of Raymond and do what we can, do what he would have loved to see, and hang out with the community and stuff kind of in his memory.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and not only just like Goodwill Hunting, but he's also was a massive fan of our new show we done, our new channel we done with Beers with the Bros too, because he is a big Bills fan. So any chance he got to hate on my Chiefs or just talk anything Bills football, it's just it. Plus, the thing is, when he does that, he does it with the utmost respect, man. That's probably what I'm going to miss about him. Is to find that rare person or rare supporter in your community that makes fun of you, but for all the right reasons versus for all the wrong reasons. And that's what I'm going to miss most about Raymond.
Well, you could also give it to Raymond too. You know, as much as he would love to give it, he could also take it and not get upset, as long as you were respectful, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is. It really is. And I want to pull this up real quick because this wouldn't be happening without Shelly. It's hi, I am Raymond's cousin Shelly. I didn't know the depth of friendship, love, and real kindness he was a part of here. I showed him his first horror movie, Nightmare on Elm Street. So, Shelly, thank you for showing that to him, because without that, we might not have had the good friend that we had. And this is something I can't ever speak for other creators, but I know right now I can at least speak for these other 4 guys on the panel. We need you guys a whole hell of a lot more than you need us. And when you get to become part of such an inclusive and amazing community, you genuinely fall in love with the people around you. And you guys know that here at Sledgehammer Horror, we never use the word fan. It's never something that we've ever used. It's not something we like to use. We think it's weird. We always say family, you know, and Raymond was a family member of ours for a very, very long time. And he was one of those guys that, you know, every time you were going live, you knew Ray was going to be there, you know. And I think that's what I'm going to miss the most is, you know, chatting back with him, and even, you know, the Twitter conversations we would have talking about football, or he loved the movie Abigail. That was his favorite movie of the year. And he was always quick to defend Abigail and talk about Abigail on Twitter and how much he loved that movie. And he was genuinely a sweetheart, man. You know, he was handicapped in real life. He never let that hold him down. And he always had the most positive attitude. And he didn't have to. You know, he could have easily had a bad attitude. He could have easily been woe is me. And he wasn't. He was so uplifting towards everybody else. And he put himself last in every situation that I ever knew him in. Unfortunately, I never got the pleasure to meet him in person. But through all the chats we've had here, through all the Twitter conversations we had, he was somebody I cared about a lot. And seeing the outpouring of support from social media and things like that towards Raymond has been very powerful. And I'm so proud of the community and how quickly they were like, oh my God, I loved him. I'm so sorry. And the main goal tonight, guys, you may have noticed we shut off all supers. There's no super chats tonight. There's no super thanks. There's nothing like that. What we're trying to do is we are trying to honor Ray's memory by donating to his GoFundMe. It's going to help with funeral expenses. It's going to help to put flowers on the grave. And so he can look down. And I know he's smiling huge right now. I know that because he sees how much he was loved and how much we all really cared about him. So if you have the means, the GoFundMe link is pinned on my page in the comments. I believe everybody else has it pinned on theirs. It's also in the description. So any little bit helps when you're trying to help somebody that's getting over something so serious. So also, Brother Fluff, I'm so sorry. Dad had chemo today. I hope that everything's going okay. I know it can be a hard time to go through that. Yes, much love to your dad. We got the GoFundMe link in here, guys. Like I said, if you have the means, it really means a lot to the family. For Raymond, like I said, he was such a, look at all this, everybody in the chat just being so supportive of everything. And this is why this community is so special and so amazing. You look through here and you see every single person that is just so, man.
You know, you'd never know, like, any sort of handicap that Raymond had. It was just I didn't even know until I read the you know, the blurb that Shelly wrote on the GoFundMe. So it was something that it was like never drew attention to. I would
Right.
have never picked up on that. He was always so like quick-witted and fun and welcoming and sweet. There was nothing. And, you know, I think that's one of the really cool things about, you know, one of the powerful things about something like YouTube is, you know, sometimes it's a content creator that's jumping in your chat, like hitting you up. Sometimes it's somebody that's really lonely. I'm sure there are plenty of people that jump into chats that are somewhere on the spectrum, and maybe it's like, it's just so much easier to like communicate, or you know, if you have a handicap like, you know, Raymond experienced in his life, it's like, it's just words on a screen. So we're all like, it's so much easier just to be comfortable with each other. And it's probably a way more diverse community than we would ever really know, just because we can't see everyone and be hanging out in the literal same room. And it's just one of those really powerful things.
Right.
You know, to be there for each other and to grow as a community together and get to know one another, you know, through everything. And, you know, you start caring about people when you get to know them and spend time with them.
And that, you know, something that Ashley, and again, I don't ever speak for other content creators. That's very rude, but I can tell you that Ashley and I, we've said this since the beginning and we mean it. Our DMs are always open. If you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like you're going through things that are a little too heavy, sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger. You know, you don't have somebody in your face judging you for the things that you're going through. And Raymond was very quick to do that. And we implore you, even if you don't want to reach out to me or Davey or Frank or Brad or Brett, please reach out to somebody, you know, because like I said, before Ray had the stroke, he was going through other things. You know, he was going through health problems, and he always felt like he was a burden to talk about himself. And it was like, dude, like you're not a burden. And that's why I wanted to pull this up. Like Connor said, he didn't get to know Ray. He's just like you, Connor. He had the biggest heart. He loved everybody more than he loved himself. And the world could use a lot more Raymonds, not less. So this truly is a hit to the stomach. Ray watched his first horror movie when he was 16 and she was 20. So let's go. If you have any stories you could share about Ray, please do. I would love to put them out here. I'll say it again, guys. We are at $350 raised for Ray already. Thank you guys. Like, holy crap. Thank you so much. I
think the initial goal was 200. So I would imagine that those goals just stretch the more that you get them. So 12 donations at 350 is also like very generous. You know, everyone that's donated.
Hey, and there's another thing too. Is Davey knows my name now.
I know. Yeah. What's happening, Billy Brett?
Yeah, I know, right? It's just somebody messaged me going like, "Who's this William?" Or it's like, Davey has no idea who you are.
Yeah.
I'm like, but everybody knows who I am. I'm Brett Man. And he goes, well, like he says on his stream the other night, like, I'm not sure who this William Stewart is, but $50, that's a good dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you know, it's two dudes. It's between me and Brad with that contribution. But I just thought that was funny.
I was like, maybe it's Brett's dad. I don't know. And
no.
Surprise, surprise. My real name isn't Davey. It's David. So,
oh man, that's crazy. Wow.
I'm such a big fat phony. Look at me.
Oh.
Yeah, fraud.
He's a phony. Oh, big fat phony.
Phony. It's like this. Raymond was very passionate about movies. That's how we all got here, and we all became a great community. And that's what it is, guys. Like, I'm telling you, like, us creators, when we heard about Ray, we were all on the horn with each other. Like, the day that I woke up the day of my birthday, Friday, January 10th. It was my birthday. I woke up and the first thing I saw was about Ray, and everything else went on the back burner. I got on the horn. What can we do? Yeah, I called Brett right away. Like, phone call, boom. Hey, what can we do to help? Like, what can we do to get some creators together and try to, do what we can for Ray and his family? That's why we shut supers off for this, guys. This is not a cash grab. This isn't a let's have fun and make money. We want to help Raymond's family. Like being human beings, and all of you being here right now in the chat and sharing memories and talking about how Ray was a bright light in the community. You know, Ashton, Raymond was awesome. Always enjoyed talking to him in everyone's life. He was great. You know, Ashton's a guy that's been with us, Sledgehammer Horror, since almost the beginning, just like Ray. You know, like when we first started, it was like Ashton, Ray, Nathan, just these few select people, and they start bouncing between the community because of how close knit we are together, and we start doing all these collaborations together. And my first horror, I've had every single one of these guys on my first horror movie, every single one of them. And that's how important this community is to all of us, to learn how horror started for all of us. He was lonely, he looked different, and when he went out, people stared at him. What Davey was just talking about, he wasn't lonely when he was here. You know. And when Shelly reached out, she was like, you know, his horror YouTube family made him feel so special. And like, man, it sucks. God damn it, it sucks. Because you don't, when you're seeing words on a screen, you can't put a face to it and how upset someone is or how lonely someone is. And, you know, like when you hear like, man, this YouTube family meant so much to him. And like, that is overwhelming, because all we like, and I can tell you, these guys do the same. We're just dudes that sit in front of a camera, man. Like,
yeah,
you know, like we have 9 to 5s, we have families, we get cut and we bleed, we get upset and we cry, and we get happy and we smile, just like everyone else. And to hear that you can make that type of positive difference in anyone's life is like,
yeah,
man, somebody's got to take over for a minute.
Well,
like,
I mean, I know I keep on talking. I just wanted to say this really quick. Like, you know, for me, being creative has always been like a big mental health thing for me. And I played music a lot early on in my life. And then I took this big break, you know, stopped playing music because it was just, it gets tougher the older you get. Everyone's lives get more complex. And I had this lull where I wasn't doing anything creative. And it just like, it's almost like when you're meant to be a creative person, it just sort of turns into depression. It just turns into bad stuff. So it's like, honestly, like one of the big reasons why I started a channel, and one of the things that I'm most thankful for about the community that we have, is that for me, it's like a mental health thing. I mean, I feel like it keeps me balanced. I feel like the people in the community have my back and they're there for me. So it's like, if anything, regardless of all the other things that can come with content creation, to me, it just like, I lean on these people. And so, you know, it's whether or not you're in the chat or you're a content creator yourself, like you find that it's a very reciprocal relationship. And that's something that I'm really thankful for from Raymond. I mean, like I said, when I was teensy and my channel's still small, but when I was super tiny, like he was there showing up in every chat, making me feel like, oh, wow, this is something that I can do. And, you know, people will come and hang out, you know, it's, just like everyone else hanging out in the chat right now. It's so special beyond words.
Yeah.
And can I say something about Raymond too? And Brad could easily attest to this. He was one of the smart horror fans I've ever met too, from a chat too. Like, he dominated every like trivia that me and Brad put up in front. Just when we we're like, we finally got the chat on this one. Bam.
Nope.
Raymond's the very first one to answer, and answer correctly too. So I was just like, dang gummit, we cannot trick this man. And then he finally won the second ever trivia too. So it was just, that'll be another thing too. Nice. It's just I just won't probably meet another smart horror fan like that for a long time.
Yeah, he was quick to get those answers in, man.
Yeah. What, Frank, Brad, is there anything you guys would like to add before I continue with the chat?
Oh, no. I mean, just something really quick, because Davey, I was on your live stream. Was it last night? You were mentioning how, as a membrance, that you were going to put his name on like the membership. And so I thought that was just permanently. And I thought that was just a wonderful idea. So I did the same as well. So like every single video, like he'll be there. And I think that was
a great idea.
It's just something even so small, like it's very impactful, because again, he's always going to be there. So
I encourage anyone that has a channel to do something like that if you're feeling it. It just, for me, it's a way to just like always, you know, a reminder before and after every stream and every video that he's there. It's a way for us to never forget him. And another thing that's incredible is, not only for the content creators, not only are the channels like kind of like a legacy they leave behind that hopefully will be there forever, depending on what happens with YouTube, But also when we jump into those live streams and you jump into the live chat, like Raymond's going to be there too. So that's a really cool thing that just you know, that he'll live on through the replays of the chats, and then of course, yeah, anyone that, you know, chooses to remember him on their membership or with a card, you know.
And if I can stop real quick, just an update. We are no longer at a goal at $450. We're at a goal for $600 right now because we just completed the goal. And I want to, if you don't mind, to give the shout outs to everybody that donated.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave out us if that's okay. Like, even though we donated too, it's not about us. It's about you.
Exactly.
First off, we got $25 for Mr. Anonymous. Wherever you are, thank you so much. I understand for private reasons why you don't want to share your name, but hey, thank you so much. Rodney Parker, Leanna, and I know I'm so horribly going to mispronounce this last name. If I mispronounce your name, I am so sorry. I am the absolute worst.
Leanna Bevy Rage.
Yeah, thank you, Davey. Thank you. Brandon Meacham, Douglas Easter, Dan Follett, as some of you already know him as Danner Bobanner over at the Dark Ether Files podcast. Another anonymous, Chris Snyder, Holly Klein, Dean Riener, Stuart Meacham, Roxy McCormick, and Cody Snyder. Thank you all so much. We have 15 donations for $470.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing. You guys. Okay, go put it on the table, baby. Thank you guys. And Jamie, Raymond was amazingly supportive of everyone in this community. I just hope he knew what he meant to the community. If he didn't, Brother Fluff, he does now. I won't get preachy or anything. I don't want to tell anybody how to believe or what to believe. I will never, ever, ever do that. I've always been a big believer in what happens after, and I have my beliefs, and I truly believe he's looking down right now, and he's just got the biggest smile on his face. It's just, gosh, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you see the comment from Shelly, but for A25.
I'm looking for it right now. Did I already?
I could read it, but I just didn't know if you had the ability to pull it
up. I'm heading down the list right now for Raymond.
I know.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Raymond
Gene.
always said hi to me. See, and that was him, man.
Yeah. And a big one that I've heard, I know this was, you know, Leanna had mentioned this, and a lot of people have put it in their tributes, is that he was the first person to welcome them when they were brand new.
Sure.
Welcome to the community. You heard that all the time. I like this. I never talked to him. I need to be a little more engaging in the chat. A lot of good people in this community. And that's true. Like, we always talk to, because I'm guilty of the same thing when I go on other people's streams. You know, we ask the creators questions, we do stuff like that, but we don't engage with the chat enough. And we're all here for the same reason. So absolutely. This community and the shared love is a great equalizer. Trying to find, may Raven's spirit live on. Yeah, if you could,
I got it right here. If you want me to
find
read it,
please
here
do.
I can read it. From Shelly. The things Brett and I talked about. His insurance won't pay for burial. They paid for a cremation, but they considered that all. He wants to be buried with Graham and Boo, and that cost $375. Well, we just did it for you. So
looks like he's getting there.
To the community. Yeah, absolutely.
And we're up to 500 with a $900 goal right now, guys.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Nice.
And another thing Shelly said too was Brett said it would be an honor for you all to do that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would just be an honor that we contribute as a horror community to show our love and appreciation. And from the looks of it, we crushed it.
Right.
Yeah.
And thank you guys. We couldn't do it without you. And I know like it's so cliche to hear, but when you hear creators say, we need you more than you need us. If Sledgehammer Horror stopped doing YouTube tomorrow, you'd still have Good Real Hunting. You'd still have Davey Death Ray. You'd still have Frank's Media and Reviews. If you guys go, we don't have you anymore. And, you know, we create content because we love to do it. But to see your guys' comments on these streams and to have you join us during these lives, like, those are the things that we can't do ourselves. You know, like I get so excited. I check YouTube 150 times a day. Ashley makes fun of me all the time, and
yeah, my wife too. Yeah,
I have a problem.
I'm always refreshing YouTube Studio. Always. I answer every single comment that comes to our channel, positive or negative, because I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. Raymond was a big fan of the horror community, Erica, and he passed away. And we wanted to step up and help with expenses. This was not something that anybody came to us to ask for. We went to them. This is not like somebody like, oh, what can we do with GoFundMe to raise, no, this isn't anything like that. This is strictly for helping with Ray's final wishes. We're honored that we're able to help like that. He was not a content creator, but he was in every chat you could imagine. He was on
All
He was on
over,
X/Twitter.
Yeah,
and
like, he
loved
was the
talk.
perfect supporter that you can possibly ask for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean,
Dice, I was just looking at a conversation between Dice and Raymond on Twitter. I was going through and just reading their conversations. And honestly, if anybody had a problem with them, with Dice, I don't know what the hell their problem is, because Dice is one of the most perfect people on the planet. Davey is a stage name. Oh, bombshell. We never knew.
You've been exposed.
Yeah.
Yep. What is that called when people you've been doxed, bro? You doxed yourself. And I love what Dean says here. I love hopping around to all the different channels, and there's so many of the same names across the chat. It's a fantastic community. I'm glad we're doing this for his family. It's amazing. Like, even when I go to Davey's live or Frank's live, or I'm hanging out with Good Real Hunting, and I see all the same people that I see in the Sledgehammer horror chats, and I'm like, this is awesome, man. Like, this is so rad, because that's one of my favorite things. Like, if anybody's ever watched my first horror movie episode, I always talk about, hey, I have their links down in the description. Make sure you're subscribing to them. Make sure you're following them. Become a part of their family. That's what we want, is to build the best community, and we're doing that, guys. We are really doing that. Like right here, Raymond was in every chat he could be in, a true social butterfly, and he said hi to everyone as they came in. He was an amazing person. He had cerebral palsy, scoliosis, cleft roof of his mouth, and blind in his right eye, and he was still.
And you would never know.
guy.
You would never know on YouTube.
Never.
Absolutely
because
incredible.
he was so positive and uplifting and fun. Man, he was just so cool. He was so cool. Man. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and I think it's just. It's a great opportunity for everyone to just like to show his family that it's, all the love that he had for the channels that he would jump in and hang out with. It's just that it's not a one-way street. That's like when the opportunity to do this came about, it was like, this is the perfect way to show his family, like, hey, we really loved him too. And we're going to help you. We've been sending prayers and positive thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And now it's time to, for everyone to just put a little bit in the bucket and help with everything here as they grieve and as we grieve as well.
And I love, and again, I'm not trying to, pat any of us on the back. I'm not trying to wax our cars right now, because this is not about us, but not one of you even hesitated at a reach out of, hey, let's do something live for Ray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was, what can we do? How can we be involved? What do you need? You know what I mean? And then Brett was like, hey, let's just shut off supers. And every single person was like, yep, let's do that. We don't give a shit about making money.
Well, and we figured everyone in the chat would know what's up, and then that way there wouldn't be any confusion. It's like, we just did, no confusion and full transparency, of course. Yeah. And I mean, it's a really powerful thing that we can all do as a community here right now by showing Ray how much we love him.
Yeah. What was his favorite movie? Our favorite horror movie?
That's what I was asking Shelly, but I'm trying to. The chat is going nuts. I'm trying to keep up with it.
I bet you had a lot to contend with.
And I love this because Connor's a great kid, and Connor said, I think he's looking down and he's so happy that y'all are doing this for him. I know I would be the same way. You guys are my escape, and you all are like damn heroes.
Oh man.
I appreciate that, but with great power comes great responsibility, and none of us have great power, so we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I hated my life when I was in school because I wasn't that good looking like all the other guys, and they got the girls, and I was just the butt of everyone's joke. You could never win the girl. That's, I'm glad you brought that up, Andy, because we do have a lot of younger viewers here. And Andy can attest to this. Life doesn't end in high school. I know it can be rough, and I know it's a lot harder now than when I was in high school, because when I got out of school, it was done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was over for the day. I have a deaf sister, so bullying is something that's always been prevalent in my life as well. But now you can't escape it. You have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have Snapchat, and people are always dicks now. So I'm glad that you understood, Andy, that life didn't end there. And here, dude, I look like Mr. Tumnus from the Chronicles of Narnia, bro. Like, looks don't matter here, man. Like, we're all here to just be family and be loving, and it does. The horror community, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Christian, Muslim, gay, straight, trans, non-binary. We don't give a fuck. Like, we don't care. It's just, we want to talk horror with you. Like, we don't care about anything else. Like, unless you say, like, Michael Myers is better than Jason, fuck out. But,
speaking of Michael, speaking of Michael, Shelley did say that Halloween, he knew Halloween the best.
There we go. Halloween was his favorite. Why'd it have to be Halloween? Now we got to say nice things about Halloween.
Of course we do.
Well, hey,
I love Halloween.
At least it's not Halloween ends. Like,
hey, get out of town here, man. That's I won't take.
I'm a Halloween ends defender.
It's just like the great debate between me and Brad's always going to be between Halloween ends. It will always be that way.
Yeah.
That or maybe Strangers Pray at Night, but that's for a whole nother day. But
and Alien Romulus as well.
Well, no, just the last 15 minutes. Which, by the way, I watched a lot of Alien
Don't
Romulus
spoil.
today with my.
Don't spoil. I haven't seen it.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just saying. I pretty much watched that movie. I would say maybe skimmed through it like 3 times today. So
it's a great flick.
Oh wow.
All the way through.
I like this from Dice. I've had a couple of regular viewers / supporters who have passed away. It's a huge impact when they're not there anymore. You notice, guys. Like, I promise you that you guys, anybody that's in this community, you are not a number to us. Like, we notice when you're gone.
Yeah.
Like, even if
that's one of those...
you don't make it to a couple lives in a row, we're like, what the hell happened to Big Rock?
Yeah.
We're like, where's Boozy been lately? I hope he's okay. Like, you remember these things. You know these people. And it does hurt. Like, it's like, I'm not going to look down and see his name down there, making fun of me for making fun of Halloween 6.
And it's one of those things that you just like don't really think about when you start your channel. There's like all the excitement of putting yourself out there and doing the do to run the channel, and it's just one of those things you don't think about what it's going to be like when you experience that loss within the community. And it's just, you deal with each loss differently and people grieve in different ways, but it's just one of those things that's like, and probably for you guys in the chat that are, community members that aren't content creators, it's, you get used to seeing that person in the chat and interacting with them. And we sort of take it for granted sometimes that like, we're not all going to be here forever. So, regardless of your spiritual or personal beliefs or religion or anything like that, it's like, we do have to do everything we can. We're blessed with the time that we have here. And we have a very unique opportunity to, show each other love as a community. And yeah, like what you were saying, Ken, like horror fans, like we're kind of like we're like the black sheep. It's like, I grew up listening to punk rock and loving horror movies. And it's like, so regardless of any other qualifying factors that I may have, that somebody's like, oh, that guy, maybe he has it easy because he has this or that. It's like, yeah, I still got to be able to try to talk to people. And when you tell people you love horror movies, they look at you like, are you a threat?
Red flag.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that it's like, it's really fun to find that camaraderie within, a love for something that is like relatively, not like mainstream,
And stuff like this, these tributes from you creators have been very therapeutic for us as well, because that's true. You guys in the chat all get to know each other very well. And like Ashton, I love all of you. I found my place in this community. That's
hell yeah, man.
Raymond's here with us now.
That's the goal. And Davey, by the way, we are the Black Phillips of the community. If
Yeah, the
you
Black
are a
Phillips.
fan of-
We are.
if you're a
Black
fan
Phillips.
of the thief,
Thank you, bro.
yeah,
Yes,
are you a fan
yeah,
of the
the-
thief bitch? But
Yeah. Love Black
I love
Phillip.
how
Black
funny.
Phillip, Black
that. I finally got to it, Brett. I
there
promise
he
I'm
is.
trying to. I promise I'm trying to get to them all. Well,
Mhm.
thank you for donating, Tyler. Thank you.
Thank you
And
so
we're
much.
Guys, we're at 555.
Let's go.
Still going up, guys. Let's go. Let's keep going, guys. Thank you.
And thank you to
Thank you.
let's see who else we need to thank here. Joelle, thank you so much. I'm not sure who David is. Stephanie
Mhm.
Moss, and then Keith Campbell. Thank you all so much.
And I see Brooke Scarlett dropped a little bit in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
this is
See,
great.
You can always count on Brooke and everybody. So thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Cerebral palsy. I had the same condition Ray had. So sad about what happened. May angels lead Raymond in. Love the Jimmy Eat World lyric there. And you see again, we look at you. We see Happy Crowdemist,
Mhm.
Prince. We see Scooby Doo. We don't see
Yeah.
cerebral palsy. You know,
Yeah.
we see someone that loves horror movies and wants to come and hang out with us. Like
Yeah.
hugs to you, Shelly. Hugs to
Yeah.
you.
And that's the thing too. If you're just a good person and just is very respectful, I promise you right now, you're going to be welcomed in any community that you step
Yes.
your toes into. And
Yeah.
guess what? If they don't welcome you, and it's like there's more than one person. Just keep looking for your community, and we just hope you choose us. Like just everybody that you see on
There's-
here, everybody that we associate with. It's just a horror community that I've learned is that all of us YouTube content creators, we are one family. We don't care one's better for the other. Like we try to do friendly competitions on like trying to compete, and it's like, oh, they did a cool video, we're going to try to do a cool video.
Yeah.
It's healthy competition, but,
But
at
it's
the
all
end of
in
the
love.
day,
Yeah.
like. If like let's say Davey in a year's time is going to get 50K followers, which I'm telling you that's going to happen. Or if and me and Brad are like at 5,000, for example, then we don't care. We're just happy for each other, and that's what that makes this community great. We all want, like all of us want us to be happy for one another.
Well, and there's room for all. I think that's like I
Yes.
never get satisfied as a consumer of content on YouTube.
And we also need more
I'm a
content
huge-
creators to
like-
interact with too.
Yeah, and I'm a huge, just like everyone in the chat that's not a content creator. I've been watching. YouTube has been my main platform since like 2007, and I sat on my hands for so long. I wanted to start a channel way back then. I let the fear of failure keep me away from it, and so I urge anyone that's thinking about doing it. You feel like you've got a voice, you've got something to say. Get out there because it's a giant pie, and there's room for everyone. Because I'm always looking for something new to watch. So I'm never like, oh, I can't do it because of this and that. You take a drive somewhere, you listen to something while you're falling asleep, like whatever. And as far as competition goes, I feel like I only compete with myself.
Right.
Like, I think that's a good way to look at it too, is just like be better than I was the day before and connect with the audience more than I did the day before.
And that's how it should be. None of us should be competing with each other because, like I said, we're a team. You know, you don't see a quarterback competing with a wide receiver for who's going to get the most yards. You know what I mean? They're
Unless
part of
if
the
you're
same
AJ
team.
Brown.
Well, and the rising tide raises all raises all ships. So it's like we got to be there for each other and lift each other up. It's it's important, So that's the big reason why we're here right now.
Yeah, and
I
Frank,
do know that Raymond would want us to be happy and have fun tonight still. So if you guys have any questions like Stewie does, let's still add, be horror. I know Ray wouldn't want us all sitting here being sad. So for you guys, what horror movie, pick one, would you like to see remade today?
The Prowler. No question, The Prowler.
All right. How about you, Frank?
Phantasm.
Very nice. Very nice.
I can
How about
actually
you,
see
Brad?
that very succeeding.
That'd be fun.
I'm gonna have to think on that for a minute. I feel like all the good ones have already been remade,
except for one. I got you.
Which
The
one?
Burning.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Or just
For
do
me,
a
it's-
sequel or a legacy sequel called Crosby.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
You mean Cropsy or you mean Bill Cosby?
Hey. Too soon.
I'm going with Sometimes They Come Back. Give me a Sometimes They Come Back remake. The made for TV one was awesome. It's still my favorite Stephen King adaptation, but give that movie a real budget and let's see what can happen there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's
What you
actually
got,
a lot
Brad?
of Stephen King stories that would be well suited for a remake that came out like in the 80s and 90s that were a little cheesy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's definitely some potential there for, but they're all, but they all still are so I wouldn't necessarily, like Cujo, could use a good modern remake, I think maybe. It's crazy, but I think a Shining series that's actually taken pretty seriously would be really good. That is more in line with the book, the novel. I know they did the miniseries in the 90s, but it was made for TV. It was a little corny. So if they did something,
that croquet mallet wasn't as intimidating.
Yeah, it has that problem to it, but I think the story is good, and I would like to see that that novel be adapted again. So that's an opportunity as well. So I think there's the Stephen King. There's a lot of different ones there that would work.
Yeah, I can honestly say, no, you fucking don't.
Yes, you do. Yes,
I would
you
strongly
do. Yes, you do.
advise you not do that.
Watch everybody's first video. Is
Yeah.
so
Watch these
what
guys'
we
first
should do.
video.
We should just
Yeah.
sometimes on our own channels. We should just do a video reaction of our first.
Yeah,
video.
a reaction to your first
Dude,
video.
that is
Yeah.
so funny.
I bet Frank, I know there's a difference with you between from what you did first video from a year from today.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, I think you're muted, Ken.
The sad truth is
Oh, there you
those with the positive attitudes are fighting the toughest battles, and you may not know it. That's so true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, usually everyone's going through something. I think it's an important thing to remember when sometimes you might take something personally that somebody says, or gosh, is this person mad at me or whatever. And it's like, you just never know what people are going through, so to give everyone some grace and allow yourself some grace as well. It's, yeah, because, you just don't always feel comfortable sharing that stuff, or maybe you feel like you don't have somebody. And just to kind of reiterate or, jump back on something you said earlier, Ken, I always let people know my door's, always open. You can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I try my best to stay as engaged with everyone, and I'll help in whatever way I can. I'm no expert and I'm not a PhD, but I'll do anything within my means that I can do to help or even just listen. Absolutely.
Yeah, I found it very beneficial to do even some mental health videos.
Yeah.
For me, but from other people, and then I know I've gotten some responses off of YouTube and emails and stuff like that, and
yeah.
So I thought that's been very helpful for me. Again, it's kind of like what Dave you mentioned is it took me 2 years to get the courage to even start a YouTube channel, and I had a lot of friends on Twitter encourage me to get going and everything, and John, my buddy John from Let's Talk Entertainment Media, he really helped me, and he'll be on my live stream tomorrow, but just really encouraging me to get going, to dip both feet in. But again, I simply love the community that I've been able to build, and just seeing multiple people cross form right here in this chat. I've seen a lot of people that interact with me as well, and it's just an awesome community. The physical media and the horror community is just at least my experience has been very welcoming, and I just love it. So
Shelly was with him since he went on. She was with him in the ICU the last day and a half. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My Halloween will never be as great. I understand that.
Yeah.
Thank you for this. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie.
YouTube will always be a safe haven.
Yeah.
Ken low-key does look like James McAvoy, dude. I've been hearing that since that movie when Chronicles of Narnia came out. This is a true story, and Raymond would laugh at this story too. I was at my local mall, and a kid ran up to me and was like, Mr. Tumnus. And I was like, I'm his brother Bob, but I'll tell him you said hi, man. And I've been hearing it since then. Since that movie came out, I've had people tell me I look like Mr. Tumnus. I'm like, I don't know if that's a. And then I see him in Speak No Evil, and I was like, now I see it. When he
That's
takes
so
his shirt
funny.
off, now I see it.
Even in our interview, my
I look
interview
just the same when I take my shirt off.
yeah, in my interview, I even remember I put a post or a little clip.
Yeah,
Edited your face on his body. It was freaking awesome.
Jeez.
that's so awesome.
Allie had a really good answer to the remake she had put in A Bay of Blood. I think that would be it would be interesting to see something like that get another go around. I think A Bay of Blood's really good. Like it kind of blew me away when I watched it because it's wild. Some of those Giallo movies are just like such an experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I love this.
Y'all seen The Brood?
I never
Cronenberg? Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know I can't wait till the 4K comes out.
But you have 4 copies.
Yeah.
No.
I said that combined with an A24.
Oh, okay.
That's a deadly remake right there. Even though I don't think it personally needs one because that third act alone. But that could be
tough to
potential one if
remake.
A24 gets a hold of it. Possibly, I would trust A24.
I don't know.
I
man.
love
like a
how
lot
they're
of
saying
neon
that.
stuff,
Raymond was a big fan of Halloween Ends. So when you guys started talking about Halloween Ends, Raymond was looking down like.
Can I just stop you there? Yeah. I've got nothing to say. I just wanted to stop you there.
I just wanted to stop you there, guys. Just that's enough of that. He had the hots for Jenna Ortega. Don't we all?
Like so many of us.
So wait, she's 21 now, or over 18 now, right?
Right.
Okay, so it's not weird to say that.
So.
Okay, no, it's
You
just
got to
like
the
because
point
it's like
it's
I agree,
fully-
but there was a certain point of time where you weren't allowed to say that without being a Greek, but now,
Yeah, she's old enough now.
It's perfectly fine.
You don't have
Okay,
to be weird.
yeah, because I felt the same way. But
Don't ever, anybody in the chat, especially you, Connor, you can always get a hold of me. Connor knows it's not lip service. Me and Connor have talked numerous times off stream. If you ever feel that low, call someone, text someone, email someone. There's no mountain that you cannot climb. I promise.
Yeah.
I promise. I knew that guy. His name was Ferris. A wise guy once said, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around every once in a while, you could miss it."
Yeah.
That's very true.
oh, Ferris.
Glad you guys are all subbing too. Yes, thank you for subbing. If you're here from Sledgehammer Horror, please go check out these other channels and subscribe to them. Ray loved their channels too. Like that's why we're doing this. We want to share the community with everybody. I'm not reading that. I don't know who said that, but don't. That's bullshit. Okay. Here's the thing, guys. When stuff gets taken off of the YouTube chat, it doesn't show me in StreamYard. So don't be a dick here, you guys, please. If you want to come to any other stream and be an asshole, that's fine. Not tonight.
I said we appreciate them, but not
let's
tonight.
go. Yeah, everybody's like, man, you have a lot of mods. It's because of shit like that. I don't want to slip through the crack. So whoever it was that took that out, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Davey 50K.
Oh my goodness, you guys, stop it. I've fallen too hard in 2024. Don't build me up to fall again.
Yeah. Too many.
Oh, come on now. Don't be like
toxicity. That's very true. And I don't think that'll happen with anybody here.
Yeah.
13 Ghosts would be a good remake. I want to see a 13 Ghosts like they did on the DVD, where it was like they had each chapter of each ghost, like a backstory of each ghost. Give me a 13 episode Netflix series, 1 hour episode of each ghost. Yeah. That would be dope.
Yes.
And remake of the Burning.
Mike Flanagan.
Scream 1996 remake. Ooh.
The series is still going. The series is still going, so it would be tough to remake that one. But
didn't we kind of already do it with Scream 5?
Kinda.
Just kind of.
But now we call it Scream 5 instead of Scream. But yeah, the Gate would be cool.
That would be dope. Maximum Overdrive remade with today's technology.
Ooh,
that first movie was a little funky, man.
Yeah.
They could use an upgrade.
Machi will love that answer.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Connor. I'm so sorry. That was an experience. I bet it was, buddy. I'm sorry. Carbonite Dream, Sledgehammer Horror, and Cody Leach always seem to be awesome people. Cody's a dick off camera. Wasn't that you, Davey, that I got somebody with that. Somebody was about to interview Cody and they called me and they're like, dude, what's Cody like? Like, is he cool? And I was like, dude, like, as long as you like run everything by him and you're super kosher in your interview, he's cool. But behind the scenes, he's such a diva. And they were like, really? And I was like,
I don't think it was me.
No, dude, he's the best. Like, he's seriously the best.
I was fortunate enough to meet him before he came on the channel, which is one of the rare, like usually when people come on Late Night with the Davey, I've never met them before, but he came out to Phoenix for a horror convention. So we like kicked it the whole night. Like we talked about like everything. And so it was really sweet. Like once he was on the channel, it just felt super chill to have that conversation. Cause yeah, he's wildly successful. So you get a little nervous when you interview some people. Well, at least I do sometimes. I still get a little, starstruck, dude, for sure. So
I still get nervous if I'm interviewing a podcast that's just starting. I don't want to look stupid and, or make their episode suck because I did something.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Kin, like,
sometimes the nerves are good. Sometimes it's like a good fuel, Yeah,
dude, like I said, whoever that person, they follow me anybody that goes to our gaming live streams knows this person is really obsessed with me, and it's really weird.
I think the same person has jumped in on my thing too. They use multiple fake accounts, and they're just looking for attention, Shocker.
I have a question for y'all. I might know Brad's answer. What's your favorite horror novel? We'll go backwards this time. We'll start with.
I'm not that much of a reader, but the one book that I did read a little bit was The Shining, and I did remember loving it. So I'll just go basic here, or as the people in the Good Real Hunting community know, just a basic answer out of me, The Shining.
Okay. How about you, Brad?
I'd actually have to roll with Pet Cemetery. I found that one just really creepy, and it's just a gut-wrenching story, man. It's got so much dread at the beginning. The whole story does, but then once the event happens with Gage, it's just a gut punch, man. It's one of the most, best written examples of grief, I guess. I love the hell out of the story. It's a great book. If you haven't read it, I think it's a lot better than the movie, even though the movie's awesome too, very charming. But the book just hits even harder. So yeah, that one stuck with me the most, I would say. So I would go with Pet Cemetery.
All right. How about you, Frank?
Well, same with Brett. I don't read too much, but I remember liking for what I read was The Stand. Also, I really liked that series as well when I'm watching it as a kid and everything.
Okay. How about you, Davey?
I'm going to go with I Know What You Did Last Summer, the book. I'm not the biggest reader either, Brett, but I think I don't want to spoil it for anyone that would want to read the book. Unfortunately, you couldn't really do what they do in the book because the whole crux of the situation is that you're reading and you can't see the people. It's a little bit of a different story, that's not like a slasher or anything, but man, there is a certain twist that happens in that book, and it is like one of the most shocking moments I've ever had reading a book, where I had to read it like twice and be like, oh my God, like goosebumps all over. So yeah, as far as horror books, I really enjoyed the I Know What You Did Last Summer one.
Oh yeah, shoot. I've read Goosebumps when I was little, so I guess that's my real answer is the Goosebumps book.
I was gonna say the Halloween baby.
So no, I'm gonna give a credit to Stewie in the chat. Goosebumps series was amazing. So yeah, I gotta take that. I was like, oh my, how did I forget Goosebumps?
Say cheese and die, motherfucker. No, I don't know, man. I don't read much either. Unless the pictures pop up at me or I can scratch them and smell an orange, I'm probably not too into it. But I really did like the Boogeyman short in Stephen King's. I want to say it was in it's in the same one that has The Mist, I believe. The Boogeyman short story is so much better than the movie they did. And I didn't think the movie was bad, honestly. But it was nowhere near the original short. The original short the ending of it gave me goosebumps when I was reading it. It's from Night Shift, and that ending gave me goosebumps reading it. Man, it was so awesome. Ray would laugh at how much I love Deadstream is great.
Yeah, that's
Ray is definitely fist pumping to the fact that there's trolls here. You gave me some worthless place to go. I will take. Thank you. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Prince. Yeah.
I think you. There's a typo for you putting me in there with Cody, Sean, and 3C, but I'll take it. Like,
you're the guilty part. The others are just pleasures.
Yeah. I'm the guilty one. They're the pleasures. Let me see.
We're up to 575, guys. We're just $25 away from 600. That would be incredible to at least hit that mark here.
And that was from Eli Cortez too. So thank you so much,
Eli.
Eli's
amazing. Yeah, I love Jimmy Eat World. Always been a huge Jimmy Eat World fan.
I just love that Scooby-Doo profile picture, especially my revisit one of the most underrated jokes of all time. If y'all have seen Scooby-Doo 2, I know that's a completely random transition right there, but have y'all seen that?
I think I've seen both of them. I like the first one, I think, better.
The second one, to me, it feels like a Scooby-Doo because it has the classic monsters, the classic jokes. Like there was a joke where they get captured and the Girl Scout is like, "Hey, would you like a box of cookies?" And then and the two priests are right beside her going, "Have you heard of the good news?" And of course, Scooby's going to go, "Yeah, there's cookies." Like the most underrated joke I've ever. It's like whoever wrote that joke needs a raise.
Yeah,
and I love that stuff. It can make you really, really belly laugh. Like that. That's what I love. And we just recently watched we watched both Scooby-Doo movies with our kids, and I was laughing a lot, man. Cody says crap sucks. I'm about to walk
no.
Yeah, that was a fun live stream, man.
I'm about to walk into Cody's house like say it again, Cody.
Yeah.
Say it again, bro.
Not see that coming. I thought he was going to hit the girl behind her, and then all of a sudden the kid, break.
I would be okay with a Shocker remake. That would be dope.
Ooh,
yeah,
I love that.
Okay, I've said this before, guys, and just please hear me out. Think about this, okay? Scream 7 brings back the voice changer from Scream 3, right? Which I know everybody hates, but fuck you guys, that's awesome. And it starts off with Gail, doing the news, and all of a sudden, we got a caller. Who is this? I was like, you weren't there for me, Gail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was there when you needed me, Gail, and you weren't there for me. And it's Dewey's voice. So instead of an opening kill, you get that opening heartbreak of his voice coming back, and Gail's ultimate heartbreak of Dewey. I thought she was dead, bro. I think that would be a dope opening to this movie.
And it actually makes sense now to do the voice change. Like back then, that technology didn't exist. They just created it for the movie, but now we actually have that AI technology to do that, to imitate people's voices.
I gotta go. So
all right, buddy, dude, Frank, thank you for stopping in, man. We love you, and we really appreciate you being here for a little bit, man.
Yeah, thank you, Frank. Take care, man.
Yeah, great to
nice
meet
meeting
you,
everyone.
Frank.
Peace out, man.
We do have Frank's links in the description, guys, so please make sure you're going to subscribe to him so you can become part of his family. I remember the first gaming live stream was literally with trolls the whole time. Dude, it is stupid.
Yeah.
We got rid of her. There's a couple people that keep coming into our chat and just saying, dude, I do game streams with my 12-year-old daughter. And I got people coming in talking shit. And I'm like, dude, I got a 12-year-old girl right here. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, it's almost like a badge of honor because it means at least you've gotten on the map enough for some pathetic person to try to go and get some attention.
Right.
And if I could give advice to some of those trollers like that lovely person is, be more like Raymond. It'll make your life better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you can get positive attention. That is a lot
got a new
easier
Monkey
to
Paw
get.
movie coming out this year, Herbert, so I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
I did love the Goosebumps series. Like I'm so excited to watch season 2.
Yeah. How did they get Willa Fitzgerald? Because I was just thinking that the entire time. Like, how like did they find a nasty picture of her and they're like, if you don't do the Goosebumps,
Well,
I'm going to share that picture. Oh God, I can't do it.
She's mostly been a television actress, though, right? I mean, I know she was in Strange Darling last year, but I mean, she was in the
If
Scream.
I watched that, watch it. It is absolutely phenomenal.
I just picked it up, and Leanna and I are planning to have like a little watch party because she says it's the best movie period of 2024. So I'm really looking forward to it.
It is one of the best too, and definitely up for a lot of horror awards too. So I'm really looking forward to see. Hopefully, Strange Darling gets some wins.
Nice. Yeah, I love Kyle Gallner, and yeah, Willa Fitzgerald. The first 2 seasons of Scream, I really enjoyed that show. Like I'm not the biggest TV guy, but I love that show.
Even the Halloween episode was great.
Yeah.
$625 raised.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you, Gavin.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
I'm so happy.
All right.
Yes, the new series. I can't wait to watch it, man. Like I'm so stoked. We'll be putting out our review of. Actually, I finally got in with Netflix, and we just watched the new Castlevania Nocturne series that comes out on Thursday. Make sure you guys are checking that out. So our review for that will be up Thursday at midnight. So
I love Castlevania, man.
Too.
That's all of those seasons have been so good.
Yes, dude.
That's my favorite video game series. Easy, no question.
Oh, dude, for sure. Sonic 3 was so good. So good. I loved it.
Shadow was.
What were the unexpected, make you laugh out loud moments in a horror movie? Mine was Nightmare on Elm Street when the girl serves dinner to her dad, says salad. What am I, a rabbit? My laugh out loud, I can show you. I saw the TV glow when this part happened. It's a terribly sad moment, but Ashton and I were half asleep, and that happened, and I just started laughing. And even though I can't say anything, so it'll spoil it, but I laughed so hard in the movie theater, I had to get up and walk out. So I was disturbing other people's viewing experiences. When Beetlejuice started singing "Right Here Waiting for You" and Beetlejuice, I was laughing so fucking hard. I had to get up and walk out of the theater. I sat with my head in my hands, just laughing so hard. That was just perfect comedic timing to me. Like, you have Michael Keaton not playing any chord whatsoever on the guitar while he's singing a piano lace "Right Here Waiting for You." Like, it was so by Richard Marx. This shit was so funny, man.
Oh man.
Do you guys have any?
Yeah, I definitely do. And Brad, I think he has a good idea which direction I'm going to go with it. I'm going to be back. I'm going to get guns. I'm going to get cops. Going to get the army. See you on the other side. The cabin in the woods with Chris Hemsworth jumps off that ledge.
Oh yeah,
smacks right into the wall because I was not expecting it, and I just couldn't stop laughing my ass off. I just thought that was one of the most unexpected funny things to ever happen, and it was not supposed to be funny, but you just couldn't help but laugh because Chris Hemsworth was so damn confident that he's going to jump this bridge, and you believed him, but then you remembered it's a horror movie.
Yeah, and then it turns into like the episode of The Simpsons where Homer jumps the gorge instead of Bart and falls down. Go! By the way, Homer was the first character to say "I'm king of the world" before Leo said it in Titanic. Homer said, "I'm king of the world" when he's flying across.
Man, they always predict the great stuff happening.
They do it all. Yeah. I think one of my favorite laugh out loud moments in a horror movie is from Scream 2, when Gail gets punched by Sydney and Hallie's like, "Did you get that on film?" And then Joel goes, "Yes, I got that on film." Like that cracks me up. Shout out to Joel, underrated character in the Scream franchise. He's like, "I'm getting the fuck out. See ya."
And he's still alive too, man. I mean,
he came back.
I mean,
Still got his job. Amazing.
Yeah. That's what's crazy.
Bring him back. Scream 7.
I love anything Art the Clown does, man. I mean, he just has me rolling multiple little things like holding the door open for that fraternity dude and Terrifier 3. You know, when he's got the garbage bag and he's, or any of his little mannerisms, seeing Santa Claus, all that crazy stuff, man. He just has me
Yeah,
goofy,
that's
man.
fun.
Oh, the little blow thing for the second one. Where
Yeah,
he's got
from the second one.
Hey, don't put that in your mouth. You're going to pay for that. Pew.
I think one of my favorite parts of Terrifier 3 when it came to the comedy was when he's listening to the college girl.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It was gold.
Yeah, he's like, you sound like you want to fuck him. She's like, I don't want to fuck him. And he's like,
He's failed. It's like, and then the great line it goes, it's like I just heard he was just such a killer. And then he goes like, oh, shit.
yeah, dude. It was so good. I do want to share this. I do know Raymond loved the music from the Lost Boys, Cry Little Sister.
Oh,
that's awesome,
That's a great
man.
song. It's a great track.
That is awesome. I'm excited for both. Really excited for both.
I'm really hoping Heart Eyes can sort of be like the Valentine's Day answer to something like Thanksgiving, because I absolutely adore Thanksgiving, and I'm just hoping it doesn't need to be the same exact vibe. I just want it to sort of do what Thanksgiving did for that holiday.
Yeah, and just be its own thing too. But I absolutely agree. And I wish I could answer this question, but me and Brad have a stream on it on Thursday, so I'm gonna just keep
okay.
myself.
We'll wait. I just wish that honestly, and I said this during our trailer reaction. I wish that Hard Eyes wouldn't have shown as much as they showed in that trailer.
I avoided the second one. Don't spoil anything. I watched the teaser and then I'm out. The teaser, that's the way I am with trailers, is as soon as it hooks me, I'm out. I don't need any more.
Yeah, and don't watch Companion's second trailer, because I heard
I didn't watch any of them.
Yeah.
I just said that's what I heard.
I had that
what's your favorite moment out of Scream 4? Yeah, any of you guys got a favorite moment in this one?
Easy. It's Kirby. Anything Kirby.
Okay.
Especially the scene though with like the Hills have, like, she's mentioning off all the horror movies.
All
that
the
was
remakes,
the moment where I was like, I would love to have children with her.
What about the Bruce Willis though?
Fuck Bruce Willis.
Man, my favorite scene in that movie is the scene where Ghostface slays that chick across the in the other window. When he's like, I'm your whatever, and he's like, I didn't say I was in your closet. That's what he said. I didn't say I was in your closet. And then I think it was Sydney was looking through the windows. That other chick was getting slayed out the window. That's just a really tense moment.
And it's so gory. That Scream 4, like Wes just really, it's really cool that he capped off like his time with Scream with that, because I feel like they sort of go back to the original feel, but he ups the ante. It's my favorite sequel in the franchise. And I mean, I think my favorite moment has got to be Emma Roberts, like doing the Fight Club, kicking her own ass kind of thing, because
or liar.
Emma Roberts. Yes. I'm kicking my own ass. Emma Roberts she could have just been like a dramatic actress. She has a pedigree with her father and her aunt, and she could have just gone like the easy route and just been some basic, bitch actor. And I think it's really cool that there must be something about horror that really resonates with her, because she's sort of chosen that path and she's really damn good. I know a lot of people say that they don't like that maybe she didn't kill as many people as she should have as Ghostface, but she's the one example, I guess, other than Roman, that's sort of like the ringleader, like the mastermind killer. And I kind of like that little bit of a switch up there. So I'll go with
I fucking hate that movie.
Scream 4?
I don't like it.
Doesn't surprise me, Ken.
I know. It loses me every time when you do the two fake openings. I was in the theater after they did the second fake, because I hate that. That's like my biggest pet peeve in the world. And they did the second one, and I was like, I'm fucking leaving. Ashley was like, sit down. I was like, no. But I did like seeing Adam Brody. Like, he was cool.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool. But I don't know. There's something about that movie. I can't get into it. I don't know why.
It's the lighting. That makes all the
lighting is
like dark chocolate.
The lighting sucks. Yeah.
I guess they're fixing that though. On the next release, they're gonna take that out. I think a lot of that was done in post. Yeah, I think a lot of it was done in post production.
Yeah, that was a strange decision. I think the movie's fine. But it's my least favorite in the franchise, I would say. I think all the other ones are stronger, but I still like Scream 4 though. It's still solid.
It does have
Yeah.
like a underrated funny moment in the Scream franchise, and this is just not to disrespect anybody that is, but it's that guy that has like the camera on his thing and he's looking around and he's about to get got. Goes, no, wait, you can't kill me! And and Ghostface is like, I'm gay, like that's the horror rules. And then Ghostface is like that. I said,
But he
because
just
tried
says
that
it. He just
technique.
says it to try to get around it.
Oh,
right?
I
That's
know,
what I
but
always
like I
took.
said, but it's
Like,
still
he's
kind of like
not.
a thing you always think
Because
about too. It's like,
what's
hey,
Ghostface gonna do? Be like, prove it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know
exactly.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I love this. Ken, looks like me and Davy's Commanders are going up against your Lions. Well,
Yeah.
this is how I
Be
feel about
careful.
you and Davy come Saturday.
Hey, Uncle Kevin. Do you think I'm pretty?
No.
I love that edit. That's hilarious.
Oh my
You
god!
sons of bitches. Oh man.
It's gonna be a good
Okay,
game.
I promise I'm trying to get all the questions answered.
But it's okay. But it's okay though. It's just like whoever wins that game has to meet the inevitable.
I love this. Raymond would lose his mind if a trailer ruined the best parts. He would go into hyper
Right.
mode and avoiding all trailers till he saw the movie. What a good dude.
Yeah.
Last Jimmy Eat World related question for Sledge. Most favorite Jimmy album. I think 23 is a great song. Futures is a good album, but I'm in the minority that I really like Damage. I know it's a newer album, but just from front to back, the emotion that whole album has, like the song Please Say No, like it's such a beautiful song because the whole chorus is just please say no. He knows that if this woman that's cheated on him calls him to try to get him back, he's gonna go. And he knows if he calls her and says, I want you back, if she says yes, he's gonna go back to her and it's not gonna work out. You know, the chorus, please say no, because if you say anything but no, I'll go. You know, and I think that's beautiful. And The Book of Love is a great song. Bye Bye Love is a great song. You Were Good. I was just listening to this record today at work. To me, there's no, and obviously I think Clarity's great. I think Self-Titled is what really got me into Jimmy Eat World. Bleed American, The Middle, Sweetness, Hear You Me. My Sundown was one of my favorite tunes for a long, long time. But Jimmy Eat World doesn't miss. Every album, you could be like, this is my favorite Jimmy album. And I'd be like, yeah, I understand. You know, I think that they're just absolutely phenomenal in everything they do. But for me, it will be Damage. I think Damage is just from front to back, so full of emotion and everything that I love about emo music. And I hate the word emo because if you're making music that's not emotional, you probably shouldn't be making music. But
Yeah.
that's the one for me that I love the most. What's up, Mega Cat?
What's happening?
Let's see. Any fans of American Horror Story? It had a little bit too much sexual assault for my liking. That's kind of my trigger. Anybody else fans of American Horror Story?
1 through 3, and that's it.
Okay.
But that's because I got tired out right before 5, and I heard 5 was good, so I need to capitalize on that. But 1 through 3 to me was peak American Horror Story.
I saw them all the way up to the summer camp one. I thought they were all
Oh, I
pretty
forgot
decent.
about
I just don't. I just kind of lost interest. I haven't seen anything they've done since then, but I never really disliked it. They were all pretty solid.
I totally forgot about the summer camp one because that one disappointed the hell out of me. The first 4 episodes, perfection. The last 4, horrible.
Yeah, it's not one I'd ever go back and rewatch. I don't think. I liked Hotel a lot. That one was a lot of fun with Lady Gaga. Yeah. What is this? Is this the
Detroit tattoo?
Oh, Detroit.
Old English
You gotta go Lions, baby. So I got to show off the Detroit ink. I am a Detroit boy.
I think there's some good performances there in American Horror Story, but some really bad ones too. And television, man, I don't know what it like. TV to me, I was describing it yesterday. I was like, you know, when you're at you work at a restaurant, it's like the watery part of the trash bag at the very bottom. Like that's television on the storytelling hierarchy. To me, it just they catch you with a good first 10 minutes. They make you want to watch the next episode with the last 10 minutes, and everything in between is just wasting your friggin' time. And it's just like, make movies. That's the apex of storytelling to me. Movies and books, you know.
Well, it all
Television.
depends. It all
feel the
depends.
other way.
Depends.
I kind of feel like you can tell a better story with a series when it's done right, because you have more time to flesh out characters. There are a lot of TV shows that just suck, that just have a lot of filler in there. They're boring, but there's so many TV shows that are just impeccable storytelling, man. I mean, the Breaking Bads and the Better Call Sauls and the True Detectives and all that stuff is just amazing. But yeah, there's for every one of those, though, there's probably 10 of them that just suck.
I agree. It's hard to find a TV show in horror that's super, even the Chucky TV series. A huge Chucky fan. Chucky's my favorite horror franchise, and I was still like, son of a bitch. Some of this stuff ass, man. Like,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing if Crystal Lake ever comes out, which I know it's been going through some developmental issues, but they're back in track now, supposedly.
What is it?
Crystal Lake, the Friday the 13th.
Oh,
yeah.
That would be something I'd be really interested in, because
make a new Friday the 13th movie, a remake of the original, and have Kathy Bates be Mrs. Voorhees. That would be so fucking dope. Like, just imagine Bates as Mrs. Voorhees. Like, you get the mix of the Waterboy mom with Misery. Like, that's the perfect Kathy Bates, man.
Oh man,
Football is the devil.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Having sex in a tent is the devil.
But I'll tell you this, though, for 2025, get ready, because we got Stranger Things, we got Wednesday, and we got The Last of Us. All three peak horror shows you're going to get this year. So be ready. It's going to be a great ride.
Love you too, Chester. Thank you for stopping in.
Take care, man.
See you,
Bates
Chester.
Motel was a great one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I always hear that.
Yeah. So if anybody has any more questions, we're going to get going here in a little bit, because I know that everybody, has to get on with their night as well. But guys, wow, $625 raised for Raymond.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
You guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and keep in mind that initial goal was just $200, so it's really awesome to do over 3 times that amount. And that's you guys are amazing.
Especially from our latest contributor to Gavin Moore. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gavin.
And
Gavin's a great guy.
Oh, and another donation from Cody Snyder too.
Yeah, Cody's been dropping them in there, man.
They're not going to have a Chucky season 4, Billy. It has been canceled, but they are making a new Child's Play movie. I cannot promise what's going to happen with Jake, Devin, Lexi. We have not heard yet if they're even going to be a part of the movie. But that pissed me off on that last episode, because we used to do this thing where we would watch along every Chucky episode, and after the episodes, we'd watch the behind the scenes stuff, and they had complete practical puppets made of Jake, Lexi, and Devin, and they put that CGI face over top of them, and it looks so fucking stupid because the practical puppets look so damn good. So that bummed me out. But yeah, they are making a new movie. No telling when yet, though. Yes. Yes, it could.
Yeah, it would have to be on, HBO, or it would have to be on a network where you could be unsavory. But yeah, following the family, because Leatherface is interesting, because it's like, they call him a slasher villain and a slasher icon, but he's like, Eli had brought this up to me. He's like, I see him more as like a backwoods thing. And then even so, it's like the family is worse than Leatherface. It's like he's diminished in being used as a tool by them, So there could be something really interesting there for a limited series,
And I really think that. Oh, go ahead, Brett.
Oh no, I was just saying the only problem. I know, Ken. I know we got our Texas Chainsaw rankings all completely different, but I was just saying I would love a series, but it's just, to me, we're at a point now where you can't beat the 2 remakes of Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the family, especially with Mr. Emery, because you can't get that guy to be. Yeah, you can't get him any better. Like, no one's going to outperform him.
Right.
I think a show could work if you focused on the family. I mean, that would be where you would have to spin it. You couldn't just be a Leatherface thing. But there's a lot of characters in that fucked up family to have some screen time. So
if you just brought it back to the original, though, and it really is just those like 4 or 5 members, that if you bring it back to that and you set it in that time, and you could do sort of like a True Detective, long legs type Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Yeah,
story.
totally.
You know,
Yeah.
Grandpa was always the best at killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Show Grandpa in his heyday.
Hey,
Yeah.
get a prequel story like series with Grandpa.
Yeah.
Right.
And
quick
thing.
That's the way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Guns are not the way to do it. It's such a
Shelly,
weird
real
villain.
quick, we want to thank you for letting us be involved in trying to help you guys with this. This means so much to us that we got this opportunity.
Well,
Yeah.
you want to know why she thanks us this much? Because I see a comment right here saying, and because of you guys, he will be able to be buried with his grandparents. So we accomplished a goal.
That could not happen without these communities, guys.
That's
Thank
so
you
cool.
much.
That's I know that kind of makes me all giddy inside. Like,
Yeah.
just 'cause they did that. Like, you all did that. So it's not us.
Yeah.
You all did that. And I saw somebody else donated. So let me get them shout out real quick.
And thank you, Shelly, just for keeping everyone up to date on the Good Real Hunting Facebook group. I heard about it through way of that, and that's how I was able to connect with you, Shelly. So really appreciate you just keeping us in the loop, and I'm so happy that we could help.
It was Stuart Meacham that donated again. So Stuart Meacham, thank you so much.
Thank you, Stuart.
$6.50.
Dude, you're amazing, Stuart. Thank you. Everybody that donated tonight. Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you so much. Who do you think should be the opening kill in Scream 7? My guess is either going to be Kincaid, because he's officially coming back, or what's his name is finally going to bite it. The old pink Russian boy that the Chad.
Ooh,
yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it, because it'll be closing the book on the Scream 5 and 6. And it doesn't sound like Mindy's signed up yet to come back, so I would imagine they just signed him on to
plot armor. Just like, we're gonna just destroy this plot armor theory.
I really love the character, but man, it was ridiculous in the last movie. I was like, what?
That was
God, Scream 6 Scream 6 fell apart. The third act is one of the worst third acts I've ever seen of any movie ever. Like, it's just it made me pissed off.
But by Chad living, I lost our prediction contest. And me, Brad, and a friend of ours, Destiny. We do a Scream prediction for every new Scream movie.
Oh, nice!
And just because he and Gail did their thing, I fucking lost, and I will never forget them. So
he's gonna meet Mason. He's gonna meet Mason Gooding someday in real life and be like, "How you doing, you mom?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I say, hey, how are you doing? Hey, how are you doing? How are the kittens? By the way, you screwed me out for prediction, bad, so fuck you.
Yeah, you owe me $20, asshole.
Yeah, I want my money back. Actually, I saw your movie in 4K with the moving seats and everything, and I got stabbed just as many times you got stabbed, and each one hurt more than yours. So screw you.
Right. That he saw that he survived, and Brett was sitting at home like,
It's time to start dropping some F-bombs. Fuck! 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 Fuck!
That's me every time I come home from work. Every time I come home from work, that's me.
All right.
Oh, that's really
we
sweet
may never
of
find
you
out
to
what
say.
happened to Nika either. I'll take a Pepsi Big Rod. Always my favorite. Let's see. Long legs meets Chainsaw Massacre. That would be amazing. What do you think about creepy pasta? I'm more of a fan of like spaghetti.
I just love all kinds of
I don't know what creepy pasta. I'm sorry to be ignorant, but I don't know what creepy pasta is.
You really don't
either, but I want to try it.
Creepy pastas are basically just like little creepy internet like videos and stories, like urban legends that have been created in the digital age. That's so there's a whole bunch of different creepy pastas. Some of them, like, remember when there was that story about that really weird like self-harm thing that supposedly cut into Cartoon Network years ago, but it was like fake, but somebody created something after the fact to make it seem like it was real. That's like a creepy pasta. And I think even like Slender Man is technically like a creepy pasta as well.
You could just tell where my fat ass went with that one. I thought we were talking about food, but
me too.
I don't know why. Pasta. Yeah, I don't know why it's called that, but yeah, if you look up creepy pasta, you'll be able to see all the different
pasta in a negative light like that. Pasta is phenomenal.
Yeah, is it
Yes.
like pasta with like a really like thin mustache that just sort of makes you feel like you're,
No, that's Count. That's Count Orlok right now. You
Oh my
shall
goodness.
bounce
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
it.
that's amazing. Jelly's writing down the condolences and putting them with the flowers. So
Thank
he'll
you, man.
always, we'll always be there with him, guys. So thank
Hell
you
yeah.
for doing that.
So
Everybody,
sweet.
a lot of thank you for Shelly.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you should watch them all the time. They're amazing.
And it's
thank you
awesome
so
to
much.
it's awesome to connect with you, Shelly.
Yes.
It's sad that it's under these circumstances, but there's all sorts of strange reasons why the universe brings people together.
Right.
Especially creepy pasta.
Yes.
I'm gonna be thinking about spaghetti all night.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I had noodles for dinner, but like I was like, now I
Yeah.
really just want some of that Italian pasta with a chicken.
But were
parm.
they creepy noodles?
Oh, hey, I'll be like a kid, get the the Kraft's mac and cheese, and get like the Howling edition with the spiders. There we go.
Yeah.
Eat your face.
Nice.
Please remain in touch, Shelly.
Yes, please.
Like I'm saying, like the fact that you were so willing to let us help your family, it really does mean a lot. So please remain in touch. We would love to know how everything's going.
Yeah.
If you could possibly, get some pictures once we have the burial, so we could, even if you don't want us to share them, that's fine. But just so
Yeah.
we know that everything was good,
Mhm.
that would mean a lot to all of us. I do know that. If you could, if you're comfortable doing that, if not, we understand. We
Yeah, I
completely
mean,
understand.
yeah. Oh, it comes from copy and paste. Gotcha.
Nah.
That's
Shelly,
They'll still put pasta in a bad negative light ever again. But
Yeah.
Shelly wrote out there's a really sweet thing here that she wrote that says, I have learned that you are all real, not just spending time typing, but becoming like family.
oh, that's
That's
such
awesome.
a perfect
There it
line.
Really
is.
sweet.
That's awesome, Shelly. Thank you. I'm just glad that we were able to help your cousin. And I hope
Yeah.
that moments like this are able to show you what he meant to us as well.
Yeah.
All
That's
of us
the goal.
took, the minute we found out, we were like, what can we do to help him? Because we loved him. It can't be understated how important he was to this Shelly. And
Mhm.
you were right there with him. You guys were pretty close in age. You were cousins, so I'm sure you were just like brother and sister, like a lot of me and my cousins are. And like you started him in horror, which is something that he absolutely adored.
Yeah.
And the thing about him, like before we go, I just want to say, like, he was so positive all the time. He was always defending things. Like I said, on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. The amount of energy he spent defending Abigail was so inspiring. I'm gonna miss him. Like I'm really, really gonna miss him. Because like you just said, we're all real, not just spending time typing. He was real. And not seeing his name pop up on streams is gonna be very hard.
Yeah.
And I wish that we could all be together in a room at one time together and really get to shake each other's hands and hug each other and let each other know how much we mean to each other. Because, like I said, we remember all of your names when you come in these chats. You mean so much to us. Like you are family to us. And we'll end this off with please make sure if you're here with Sledgehammer Horror, if you're here with anybody else, make sure you subscribe to the other channels. Ray was amazing and he loved these channels very much. And he's going to be remembered forever. We are actually going to rename our middle tier the Raymond tier. That way for people that become members, it'll always be remembered that Raymond, was that special to us. And it's like I said at the beginning, and I mean this, the world could use a lot more Raymonds, not one less.
Yeah.
He's going to be very missed, Shelly, and most of all by you. And I understand that, but you and I were able to connect through social media. I know that you're connected with these other guys on social media as well. You never have to go through anything alone. all of us are a DM or a phone call away.
Absolutely.
We loved your cousin and we love you, and we appreciate so much that you gave us this opportunity to be able to share his name, share his image, and try to raise money to give him what he wanted as his last wish. That's special to us. So, hey, can you say, come here? Can you say rest in peace, Raymond? We'll miss you.
We'll miss you.
So just remember that, guys. We never know. You know,
Yeah.
just tell the people you love them. A phone call, you know, whatever you can do. Just let the people around you that are close to you know what they mean to you.
Yeah. Reconcile with somebody that you love if you've had a tough time or you've had a fight. Like it's just, you know, time is precious and we never know. And it's always, you know, one thing that I like to talk about on the channel is I feel like it's really valuable to show humility and show vulnerability. And so I think that that's something that we have to remember when people are still here. And of course we can mourn them once they pass, but, you know, just want to encourage folks to do that as well.
And everybody in this chat saying, I love you. We love you guys too. And like I said, Sledgehammer Horror has never used the word fans because we don't believe in that. But you're all family. You know, the minute you start, you know, hanging out with us, chatting with us, you know, we've had people come up to us at conventions, to Ashley and I, and be like, hey, Sledgehammer Horror, how you guys doing? And, you know, to know that we had that type of impact on somebody, that's special, you know. And tonight we want to remember that, how amazing Raymond was and how just being kind and being sweet, even on the internet, can really, really help people. So anything you guys would like to add before we sign off?
No, just no, again, just rest in peace, Raymond. We love you. We will always remember you, and everyone in the chat will remember you as well. That's how much of a big impact you have inflicted in our lives, and I really hope he's just looking down, just smiling at us, saying, and I know not trying to be too silly here, I'm a Chiefs fan, but I would love for Buffalo to win in Raymond's honor as well, because he was a humongous Buffalo fan, and he would get any chance to make fun of my team. But I'm just telling you, if it ain't the Chiefs, I really want it to be Buffalo.
I said that too. If it's not the Lions, let's go Bills. I completely agree. They already whooped my ass once this year, and Raymond made sure he let me know that they did. So,
and little would they know. Yes. Little would they know that
she's going to get us pictures, and if she's okay with it, we will post it up on social media. We will post it on our YouTube community tabs. Dewey also said, what are the links to your guys' pages? If you're on my stream, Dewey, I have all their links in the description, so you can subscribe to them. I think they do as well.
Yep.
You are a big part of my eulogy. Thank you so much, Shelly. That to know that we could be something like that to you guys, like it's beyond like humbling. You know, all we want to do is be kind. All we want to do is be sweet to people, and to know that we did that enough to make an impact. Thank you.
Yeah, to know that he's going to be able to be rested with his grandparents,
and we love so much.
There's going to be, you know, something, you know, a beautiful place, a beautiful resting place for him is. It's really comforting to know that. And of course, Shelly, if you need anything at all, just like please feel free to reach out.
Yes. So again, we will, as long as Shelly's okay with it, we will have any videos, pictures posted on social media after the funeral. Obviously, we kind of want our friend Raymond. That's why we're doing it. So goodbye. That's why you said rest in peace. But yeah, make sure you guys, if you're here from Sledgehammer Horror, please go and subscribe to Good Real Hunting, to Davey Death Ray, to Frank's Media and Reviews. All of those links are in the description. We want to keep building this community. And the way to do that is just to stay strong with each other. And again, reach out if you need help. Shelly, you know, we're here for you. Everybody in the chat, we love you guys. Chat members, please don't, or panel members, please don't go anywhere. I got a couple more questions for you. Everybody else, thank you again so much for being here. And until next time, keep talking horror. And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.